all was quiet on the dam for days. But that did not convince the senior paladins that the Legion was done yet. They tirelessly tried to reach Elijah, who had retreated back to Helios, to warn him about the threat. But it was all in vain. The cosplayers to the east are preparing to storm the dam. We've been caught flat-footed and are already bloodied from our war against the NCR, but let them find out why we were the masters of Mariposa. We must hold the dam to the last! So, it appears that the Legion is being cringe. Basically, what is going to happen is that there's going to be a war, which I wasn't expecting, although someone in the comments, Metagaming, pointed out that it was going to happen. But essentially, yeah, this means that we are about to be in a conflict with Kaiser's Legion. The battle for Hoover Dam. The dam's technology must be preserved. So they declare war on us because they want to take over Hoover Dam. And we're gonna need to repel them. So that's going to be our thing. However, as if you remember, we have the Legion Tactical Inexperience modifier, which is not exactly great. And so so this is the only reason why the Legion is actually very, very scary right now. Because we've got this Tactical Inexperience modifier, and that's obviously not good-o. And I've found in a test run that it's basically impossible to push forward, so we're gonna hold and hope for the best. We're gonna hold and hope for the best and see what happens, because on the defense we're still quite a bit stronger. As you can see, we've got quite a lot of defensive modifiers, with the intel advantage, the entrenchment, the country, skill, and obviously the fact that we, you know, have much better base stats due to technology because we are based. The problem is, there's a fuckload of them. There's just so fucking many of them. And so they can continuously attack us. They can continuously attack us, and that's kind of annoying. In fact, it seems like the Legion isn't even expanding east, but that's that. And we've even got a bit of a naval crossing that we have to defend, the Cottonwood Cove. And this is even worse because, yeah, they're... Oh, well, that's good. In fact, we can, I think, build some more units. Yeah! Build some more units. So obviously there's the bit of the issue in that we've got to keep forces down here. And that's bad. That is some bad stuff. Now, can we do anything here? Oh, power armor. Yes. Give me some power armor. And it seems like we're able to hold just fine. Oh, here comes a naval invasion. They've flanked us. They've flanked us, boys. So we've got to get. I decided, just in case. I was actually pretty lucky. Just in case they broke through, or they started to break through Cottonwood Cove, I decided to break off one infantry division to get down there. Thankfully, these guys are now in good position. Now in good position to prevent the naval invasion from happening. And I'm going to make a partial pullback from some of our positions up here to allow this division to just be down here. Oh, it looks like they've also naval invaded down in Nipton, which is obviously pretty bad. But I think my Brotherhood power armor people can hold down here, while, yep, while we hold the naval invasion. And now I can counterattack into them. And hopefully break this infantry and surround the free units up here. And we have the laser.
Archimedes weapon online. All systems nominal. Requesting a target solution.
Locked on. Begin data link. Countdown to firing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Firing laser.
Now, what this is going to do is it's going to give us a plus 80% bonus. It's on cooldown now. It's going to be on cooldown for a while, but for, I think, a couple of weeks, maybe, we're going to have a massive attack bonus, which is obviously great. Okay, so basically what's going on now is that the Legion has pushed us from the weather monitoring station all the way to the dam, despite Archimedes, and down here we haven't been able to throw back the southern landing, so they're still threatening our flanks at the cove, but they can't take it, so they can't actually reinforce the units that they have down there. And I'm using a sort of pull back, regain organization, move back in tactic to hold the dam. Now, this can actually be done, like, technically we can do this for a long time. However, eventually we're going to lose. Even though we've got Archimedes coming back online every once in a while, we have a way to end this. So, standing against the East tab. So, there's an appeal for a truce because there aren't many of us. Each who goes down, smashed by a power fist or machete, shot down with their crude half-rifles, is one irreplaceable life. Yet we stand all the same. The eastern wave will break against our rock, just as so many have against the Hoover Dam. So we're going to appeal for a truce, basically. Because we don't want this to continue that much further, and Kaiser accepts, under threat, of course, from a new firing of the sun laser or whatever, and the fact that his southern army group is now out of supplies, essentially, so they can't continue their southern flanking maneuver, essentially, and they can't take the dam itself because the dam is too well fortified. The Legion has agreed to pull off our borders and end the war. It seems that our chapter has been spared the cost of war. So we get a truce for a few years. Now, we still lost a good few hundred men. However, the Legion has lost many thousands, because the assault was frontal and it was dangerous. They knew the cost and they paid for it with their lives, or some fucking weird shit like that. Anyway, this leaves us free to do other stuff. I actually stopped stopped my focuses so that I could so that I could have enough political power for the truce. Anyway, now we have yet another glorious intelligence operation. So the Vertibird Graveyard. This is what we found in the Vault 3. We found intelligence on the existence of this Vertibird Graveyard. So, from what we understand, this junk pile contains a massive amount of Vertibird parts and schematics. Visiting it could be the key to unlocking our own ability to produce them. So we're gonna first need to travel north. Sadly, Area 6 is far from Hidden Valley. To get there, we'll need to send our operatives on a grueling trek to the north. This sadly necessitates that they'll be unable to contact us for a while. Next, our operatives will take copious notes and pictures of what they do find. Their findings will be of critical importance in helping us recreate these vertibirds. The nearby vertibirds will provide the perfect opportunity for our operatives to escape the locale. So we're going to add the technology Vertibird Schematics, which is obviously quite good. I'm going to even select an operative. Alright. And obviously, if we do get the Vertibird schematics, in case you don't know, the Vertibirds are like basically a kind of helicopter kind of thing. Where the fuck are they? Yeah, there we go. They're these kinds of things. The VBO2 transport and the VBO2 gunship. And they're basically some of the best aircraft that exist in the Fallout universe. And, you know, having them would be quite nice. Yesterday, a traveler hailing from the south contacted us. He was moving through the area and claims that his home city of Yuma sits atop a massive treasure trove of pre-war technology. Apparently, the American army used the natural caves under the city as storage for various discarded experiments and projects. As proofs, he showed us one of his packs filled to the brim with all sorts of advanced ammunition and gadgets. We can dispatch our operatives to travel down to the city, explore the caves, and return with whatever they find. However, this would be a costly operation when we're already strapped for resources. It will most likely ferment instability and lead to even worse effect if the operation turns up blank. We must investigate. So basically, I'm starting to understand what's going on. Tohono Nation. Yeah, down here in Yuma. I'm starting to understand what's going on, is that you lose base stability from completing these operations. And so, if you actually... Oh, there we go. Oh, I had my operative captured in Vegas. So... yeah, I'm gonna need to do an operation to rescue him. Now there's a slight issue. So basically, the thing is with the operations. Oh, there we go. Commence. Risk 10%. Hopefully, it's not that much. So of course the completed investigation has given us the Vertibird schematics. Now, that's not the actual thing. It's not the actual thing. If the actual thing is... I love the Chinese aircraft. The actual thing is down here. What it has given us is the schematics. Now, I'm not sure what you can do with the schematics. Maybe there's a decision that turns the schematics into the actual thing at some point. I don't know. I don't know. But basically, I think that, you know, Elijah's Great Search or whatever is supposed to be that you are kind of wasting, quote-unquote, a lot of resources on these things. And the rest of the Brotherhood doesn't like it. And so the more you do it, the more stability you're going to lose, the more weaker you're going to be, I think. But, oh well. That's what I think is going on. Anyway, so now we're doing this, and we've got a problemo in that he is just justifying. He doesn't care about... I'm not sure exactly what the fuck this is supposed to mean, that the truce is there, and he's just, yet he's just justifying. But oh well, I am recruiting more. I've also updated the greatness of my units. They're now 15 width, which is quite epic. And I can also update my infantry division. So we're going to be quite a bit stronger than we last were. And I also plan on being a little bit more... Thank you. Plan on being a little bit more careful. Got most of my troops set up where they can fight and hold. In fact, I should probably have the guy be down here. Where they can fight and hold the goddamn cosplayers, essentially. And yeah, so that's gonna be that. When the time comes, we're gonna hold them again.